restoration project that I collaboratively did with a friend of mine over 25 years ago. And unfortunately, when he passed away, I ended up buying the car from the estate because I did all of the repair and refinishing on this vehicle. And I can tell you, this is between the historian partner that I had and my skills in repair and refinishing, this is probably one of the finest examples of a 1968 GT Mustang coupe that you will ever find, right down to the authentic tires. Those are Polyglass F70 14 Goodyears, which came on the GT. There have been a few changes. This car was on a rotisserie. Every piece has been taken off, sandblasted, and epoxied. It has fog lights in the front and got the horse in the middle. GT hood has the directional signal indicators. They're lit on the inside. Those little wipers on there. Of course, it's got that C stripe, and depending on who looks at the car and what angle you're looking at it from, some people like it, some people don't like it so much. This was the first year for the 302, that Ford 302. What an outstanding motor, time tested. And this was the 4-barrel at the time. It was about 230 horse. You could get a 390 in this, which was about 320, and you could get a 428, which was 340 horse. And everything you see under here has been either repaired or replaced. That's a crate motor there. I've got the timing set where I can run pump gas. No knocking. When you shut the car off, it doesn't continue to want to run. Martin Sr. Tech Base. This is everything's been painted inside and out, and lots of time went into this car. Thousands of hours and thousands of dollars. This attention to detail, right down to the type of Phillips head screws that hold that bezel on, that escutcheon on right there. You have very simple dash. At the time when they were planning these cars out, they were pretty clear on what they wanted. They wanted a car that was this length. They wanted it to be this length. They wanted it to be a 4-seater with bucket seats. They wanted a floor shifter, regardless if you had standard or automatic, because a lot of them are on the column. They wanted it to be 2,500 pounds, and as coincidence would have it, they didn't want it to sell for more than $2,500. Well, I guess that's $1 a pound. All new inner and outer wheelhouses, quarter panels. These weren't available. I had to fabricate these. I made these. There's lots of different dimensions and angles. Rear end impact on these, though. Get hit here, rubber hose in there, going to the gas tank, which is the trunk floor. You got your source of spark here, so you have your complete fire triangle with fuel, ignition source, and oxygen. I think that's the fire triangle. And a lot of these cars on rear end impacts, much like the Pinto, is what actually caused them to quit making this design, caught fire. Full-size spare, and those are those Goodyear Polyglass F70 14s. They don't handle real well, but what they do is they make this car look very authentic for the time. The Polyglass tires had to go. CJ Pony Parts out of Harrisburg, Pennsylvania has a wide variety of tire wheel combinations. This is a Magnum 500 wheel and a BF Goodrich radial tire. There is considerable value in the original tires and wheels. Collectors would pay unobtainium prices to purchase the original tires and wheels. The treads were chopped and the car would follow every contour in the road. Eventually, I didn't want to drive the car much because it was a chore to drive. The new tires and wheels are closest to original size.
14x6 and 215/70 R14. The tires are slightly smaller in height. I think it looks a little like a Hot Wheels car now. There's a variety of reasons not to go too much outside of the factory specification. Also, you may need to change a speedometer gear if you go with too big or small of a tire. Let's take it for a ride and see how it goes.